Old broom, daily ritual, sweep the whole room.
Greetings, family. Welcome to Chakra Tea Talk. Illinois Musical Meatless Mondays. I'd like to, to thank everybody for joining, subscribing, checking us out. We live here at the Downtown Cultural Arts Center, the BA Entertainment Hub. Real Works, Black Acoustics, Conscious Real Estate Investors Roundtable, Black Vegetarian Society, Alkaline Mean. Also got brother WMG here. Got brother Yusuf coming through. So it's a lot of great energy that's present. So we want to get this show started today. Got Mama Jessica and also Elijah Kush coming on stage. So I'm just go ahead and clear the road, clear the air for that energy. So let's get that on. Let's get that energy on.
Eternal dance, a strong spirit, a free thought, an open mind.
Peace and love, everyone. Welcome back to another segment of Chakra Tea Talk. I am Jessie, and this here is Naja, the creator of Land of Kush and Black Veg Society. Thank you for coming.
I'm actually co-creator of Land of Kush. My husband is the other.
Which is Greg.
Yes.
Greg Brown. All right, today on this segment of Chakra Tea Talk, I have a few questions to ask. And to keep the energy high on health and holistic living, and to get more insight to share with the public and the people about what it means to be healthy. So I want to start with asking you, what does being alkaline mean to you?
Well, being alkaline is not having a lot of acids in your body, so you want to eat foods that don't cause acids. People have acid reflux. There's a lot of acid forming foods like the fried foods, spicy foods. So you want to eat clean. The term they use is electric foods, live foods. So nice, clean eating, will help with fighting cancer-causing elements in the body.
Great.
Alkaline water too. Spring water, natural spring water, is alkaline.
Okay. And when it comes to an alkaline diet, how can someone get introduced to alkaline? Or
Dr.Sebi was a big proponent of the alkaline diet. So this is information that's been out there for decades. So if we really want to follow somebody, Dr.Sebi is a great teacher in that. And you get started by looking at those resources. And if anybody doesn't know the definition of clean eating, you don't want to eat a lot of processed food. Your fresh fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains. I know Dr.Sebi may have more information in terms of hybrid vegetables and things like that. Like your diet is your journey, so you have to psychologically be ready to accept this. A lot of people get into these diets and they don't really know what they're doing, and it makes it more worse. Even with the vegan diet, people think vegan is organic, and vegan and organic is two different things. Or gluten free. Vegan is vegan. It's not consuming anything with animal products. I like the ITAL lifestyle. The Rastas and the Hindus. They've been living, this lifestyle of less processed foods. So if you want your life to be vital, be ITAL. That's my opinion.
Yes. Absolutely. And how you answered my next question was, what do you know about Dr.Sebi?
Well, I met him for the first time in Harlem years ago. This is when I lived in New York. My mother knew a lot about him. He was doing a talk. And that's the first time I've ever seen him. And I just know about him promoting, an alkaline diet and a diet of eating electric foods. And there's a list out there of those certain foods. I had tamarind for the first time, and that was pretty good. That was on the list. Tastes like a little bit of cross between a date and like a prune. So, I'm trying some things that are on the list too. So it's all about exploration.
Yeah, that's powerful. And how does one, or how can a person actually incorporate holistic health in their life?
Well, you have to want to. I don't like to be a preacher of what you should and shouldn't do. Again, it's all about your psychology. Are you ready to make this move, and why are you making this move?
Right.
Okay, because I could tell you to stop smoking, stop doing all this. Are you going to do it? Are you ready to stop doing that? So why are you on this journey? Are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to, cleanse yourself and get more clarity in your mind? Detox your body. What is the reason for you journeying or taking this journey? The Black Veg Society has a lot of resources on its website, bvsmd.org. That's the website. We have nutritional health coaches, wellness coaches, certified, that are experts in this, the business of holistic living and eating and using food as medicine. So that's the whole purpose behind the Black Veg Society in Maryland. Of course, there's the vegan component with the Land of Kush. We promote the vegan lifestyle because of the compassion and ahisma. Ahisma is just, trying to avoid doing anything cruel or violent to the best of your ability. And not just to animals, to anyone.
Anybody. Yeah, that's powerful. Yeah. All right, so I wanted to get into introducing the book of the day. And what we're going to do is we're going to choose a book of our choice together and read an insert on it and kind of do a brief discussion.
Okay.
So you can help me choose which book you would like.
All right, so we
to
got
read a page.
Man Heal Thyself. They Came Before Columbus. Oh, really good. Chakra Therapy. I'm definitely into the chakras. Sacred Planet Medicine. Let's talk about the chakras.
Yeah, that's exciting
you can
for
eat
me.
all you want to do. Because I know people that they eat clean, they do all this, and their energy is still messed up. So let's talk
I'm
about
a Reiki
chakras.
practitioner, so
so
the chakras
this is
that's
the basis.
book. Yeah, that is the basis.
I want to go with this.
All right, let's do it. All right.
You just want to go to a page?
Yep.
Any page?
Open up any page. You can peek at chapters.
Okay, let me look at the chapter. I gotta put my glasses on, y'all. I'm trying to find that special food to help.
Eye break.
Eye break? I need to get some eye break. Oh, eye break. Yeah,
Eye break.
I heard of that before. Yeah.
You can do compresses and you can also drink tea.
The root of your problem. And you know why I say the root of your problem? Because anytime there's a problem, we got to find out what the root cause is. So I like the title of that chapter 4, The Root of Your Problem.
Oh, okay. Let's go to it.
That's page 27. For anybody that has that book, Chakra Therapy, page 27.
And also, we sell this book, so you can get this from us directly, special order.
All right. So, the root of your problem. In the depths down I must bore, there is peace for eternity. Henrik Ibsen, The Miner. So, we're reading this whole page. Okay. Although objectively every person is in union with the universal field, the conscious experience of union has been disrupted for most people by a disruption in their personal energy field. I'm big into energy. When a person's personal energy field is disrupted persistently over a long period of time, they will forget their original state of union which they experienced as an infant, and consciously they will experience only separation and the existential pain which accompanies it. Unfortunately, this has become the condition of the vast majority of people. That is so true. Most people today are still unaware that at the root of every human problem is an energy problem. Oh, wow, that's deep. I talk about that all the time. They are unaware that to solve problems and achieve life goals, they must change the quantity and quality of energy flowing through their subtle energy system, and they must change their relationship to the energy field which surrounds and permeates them.
Wow, that's powerful.
I chose the right
That was
chapter.
powerful. That's powerful.
What we talking about that earlier? The energy, you see online, right?
Wow, that's really powerful. And it's funny because I was just talking about, kind of like what we all know, what we don't all know, but to every dis-ease, there's a root cause of that dis-ease, which is rooted
I like
in...
how you say it, dis-ease.
Dis-ease, yeah. which is rooted in each chakra. Every organ or gland that has issues is comes from the memory stored in that chakra connected to that organ or gland. And each chakra develops at a different age. So, for example, a lot of people have root chakra problems, and a lot of the root chakra problems stem from things that happen through birth trauma and also through an infant stage.
Right.
So they say when we're infants and we're conscious, but if our needs don't get met the way we want from our parents, we go through life with a lack of trust.
Right.
You know, and that lack of trust of faith of the Most High will put us in a state of always feeling lack.
Right.
Because those, you know, maybe our mom didn't come to us quick enough with milk, or maybe we weren't in the healthiest situation as an infant.
Right.
But we can't remember.
Right.
But that energy signature is still stored within us.
Right, I believe in that. I also believe in the womb, you know, before there's any conceiving, that the energy should be good and pure, and you should be eating the best possible food that you possibly can, because it all starts before you conceive, not after. And all that energy
is passed down through the womb.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's why they usually say before, if someone can plan to conceive, that they should actually fast for and cleanse for a period of time before they actually think about conceiving a child. You know, because you pass down everything. Well, the woman, you know, most importantly, not the man too, but we are held accountable wholeheartedly, because we pass down everything through the womb.
Right.
You know, and that's how the generations carry over. So how other generations, how healthy they are, or the mental state they are in, is based on us and our womb.
Right, so did we find the root cause of our problem in Baltimore with some of the youngins that are running around? We need to go out there and teach.
It's womb trauma. Womb trauma. It's real. So that's definitely a root cause.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I believe in it.
which is when you go to, you know, you see don't shoot. That's usually the conversations probably not talked about in those circles, but it should be brought to attention so we can really learn how we can come together collectively. And
welcome back. I hope y'all enjoyed that discussion with Jessica and Nigel. It was very powerful indeed. So our next segment in Chakra Tea Healing, we have Brother Christopher King coming up. Just to incorporate, how do you introduce healing into your business? And showing you different modalities of how you could be able to introduce the healing concept into your business and investing strategies, and seeing how you can be able to create a more green community from, you know, your standpoint of business. Brother Christopher King is highly versed on, you know, real estate investing, Conscious Real Estate Investors Network, business strategy. He says he's chief value creator. So, you know, we want to talk some strategy. We want to talk some business now. You know, we got the expert Niger here from Land of Kush, Black Veg Society. We're going to build on some very, you know, some good things, you know. Talk about healing, talk about business, talk about community. We here at the Downtown Cultural Arts Center, BA Entertainment Hub. We'll be right back.
All right. Welcome to the podcast. How you doing today?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm doing excellent.
Awesome.
As a matter of fact, as we talk about what our topic today is, how do we incorporate healing in the business? Just want to kind of get your thoughts about how, as business owners, entrepreneurs, how we can be more mindful of our health as we look at building our business. I know a lot of time is spent on the business,
Right.
and not so much on our personal health in order to maintain that.
Right. Well, you know, it goes. I always say, psychologically, you got to be ready and know why you're doing things. Health is wealth. If you're sick, you're not running a business. I can tell you that right now. So if you aching or you can't get out of bed, what business are you running? So that should be the first thing on your mind, next to finances and how you're going to operate the business. You should always be thinking about your health. I just came from the gym. I've been running around. I had another meeting, whatever. But it starts with exercise and eating. And eating is more healthy or more important than the exercise. The two go hand in hand, but you have to be eating right and exercising. You know what I'm saying? Because you can overeat, you can undereat, you can eat the wrong things. So you have to be conscious of all of that because you need to be in your optimal health in order to run a successful business. Your longevity, your stamina, you also need your rest. I'm not going to say I'm the best person that gets the best rest, but because I'm living a healthy lifestyle in terms of eating and exercise, it proves that, I'm on my way to being wealthy.
Absolutely. Now, one of the things I'm very interested in is really the story behind the entrepreneur. So, learning exactly what propelled you to create your business and how long you've been in business.
Okay. I've been an entrepreneur since early teens. So, Land & Kush has been in operation 8 years. It's a brainchild of my husband, but me personally, I've always been an entrepreneur since a young age, and my mother was a big supporter of all my entrepreneurial endeavors, from when I had gumball machines in little cafes and takeouts so I could pay for washing my clothes with the quarters. You know what I'm saying? So from that to producing or selling skincare products, multi-level marketing, I knew about all that stuff, getting into those endeavors, to producing entertainment shows with comedians and musicians. Fast forward all the way to what I'm doing now with Land & Kush, having no food service background, no idea what the restaurant industry entailed, but being able to promote and market my passion.
And so the name Land & Kush, where did that name originate from?
Well, Kush is an ancient African civilization in Egypt, so along the Nile River. My husband, Greg, he studies the African diaspora, and he wanted to bring this modern-day concept to Baltimore. So Kush, Kingdom Kush. Baltimore is a compilation of a lot of different neighborhoods and personalities. When you come to the Land & Kush, you can see all of those meshed, mixed, and melting pot when you come into the store. So you have all different socioeconomic backgrounds, you have all nationalities coming in there, you got celebrities, you got the people from around the corner in the projects to politicians. So it is definitely a melting pot. So, we feel that Kush, and it opens people's mind to what Kush is, because Kush, people relate that to a word, THC, weed, but when we tell them what Kush is, we teaching people that it wasn't all about slavery. We were and are still a powerful people, and to look back into that ancient African history.
Absolutely. So have you found that having a name that kind of embodies African history and culture, has that alienated other ethnic groups from supporting your business as clients?
No, we actually learned that in India, a lot of children are called Kush because Kush means happy. So we equate it to the land of happy. So we've learned the meaning of Kush from other nationalities as well.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And now, what separates or differentiates Land & Kush from other restaurants?
Differentiation. We consider ourselves vegan soul, veg soul. So when you come into the Land & Kush, it's not that we're beating you over the head with this vegan, vegetarian concept. I think everyone deep down inside is compassionate. They want to do the right thing. They don't want to be violent. But I think the food drives a lot of us to do things. The sugar, the smoking, whatever we're consuming. Because if you're not clear what you're thinking, you're going to bring about things that you may not want to bring about. So clean eating and healthy eating can increase your mental clarity.
Absolutely. One of the things we do I would say, in the conscious capitalism business model is we operate our business based on 4 principles. Number 1, having a higher purpose behind your business than just making money. 2, stakeholder orientation, where all the business stakeholders must benefit. 3, conscious leaders create businesses to solve a problem. Then principle 4 is conscious culture, which we believe in diversity, hiring, paying a living wage. And so I wanted to set that context because what I want to talk to you as an entrepreneur, business owner, what would you say is the advice you would give a younger version of yourself? Now, I've been in Land & Kush for 8 years. Mm-hmm. What advice would you give yourself now if you can go back and talk to a younger you and say, here's the thing you want to be most mindful of as we build this business out? What advice would that be?
I would say feel the fear and do it anyway. Don't listen to the naysayers, because there's always going to be somebody that doesn't know anything that's going to tell you what they don't know, and you just move forward with it. A lot of folks told us not to open up the land of Kush during the height of the financial crisis. We did it anyway. We moved forward. And the last thing I would tell them is be honest, be ethical, and move with integrity.
Now, you have a business I would consider to be conscious, because of the fact is it also allows you to kind of incorporate your lifestyle into your business. Like you said, you work out. Now, I'm sure you eat a vegetarian or vegan lifestyle diet as well.
Yes.
And so, do you have a sort of culture that you believe in creating with your employees at Atlanta Kush as well, where you encouraged a vegan lifestyle diet for them as well, or is that a requirement for it?
No. It's that we wouldn't have anybody working. So no, but to expose them to something new. You know, a lot of folks that work for us haven't even been out of Baltimore. Haven't even been out the west side or east side, wherever they're coming from. So just to expose them to something new and different, just to expose them to work. You know, honest work is what we do there. We have a peer-to-peer directed environment, which means that peers can coach other peers. So this is not a hierarchy where everybody's running to us and with a problem. We like them to work things out, conflict resolution. There's just a lot of anger out there in the community. People don't know how to have confrontational conversations, and it's still peaceful. Being able to articulate what you need, what you want, and negotiate on it. Everybody's just angry and ready to shoot, stab. So we're teaching them, like, look, somebody's not doing something that they need to be doing, respectfully let them know that. This ain't no snitch. You're not snitching on anybody. Confront them. This is teamwork. We're trying to build a harmonious team that is focused on the goal, and the goal is to get customers in, because those are the ones that's paying your wage, and, you know, try to upsell, of course, and introduce them to the products, you know, and educate yourself. We expect them to know what the food is, what's in it, you know, allergens and all of that stuff. So that's what we can do for them. Introduce them to a new environment, show them as business owners that I came from the South Bronx and the projects in a single mom home. I don't want to hear any excuses. I had 3 jobs, 9 to 5, 6 to 12, and on the weekends. You need to be dealing with this one job, and I was 23. So if I could do it, you can do it.
Absolutely. And on that point, what would you say is the most challenging aspect of your day as an entrepreneur?
There's not enough time. I need some sleep. It's just so many things to do. Like, the to-do list can be running on and on and on, and you're trying to tackle everything you can possibly do, but there's just not enough hours. So, you know, just trying to, I'm on the hunt to find people that can help me with some of this stuff, and they can learn from me. My husband is trying to do the same thing. I think that would be it, you know, just trying to find time to do every single thing that you want to do, the time and the energy, because we have a 7-year-old, so you got to be a parent, I got to be a wife, I got to be a mother, I got to be a sister, I got to be a daughter, I got to be, you know, an employer, HR, a marketer, like, you know, so I could say this is some advice for new businesses. It is very easy to open a business. Opening a business is not hard. I have 2 LLCs, a nonprofit, and partnering in Atlanta Kush. It is very easy to do that. The hard part is keeping these things open. That's when the work begins, not when you're trying to open the business.
Absolutely.
You got to stay in business.
Absolutely. Sustainability is key. Now, let me flip that question. Now, what would you say is the most rewarding or fulfilling aspect of your day as a business owner?
There's nothing better than stressing over your business than somebody else's business. I mean, this is the type of stress that I enjoy. This is fulfilling. I'm doing what I want to do. It's my own, and it's not under the direction of somebody else making money off of my efforts. That is priceless.
That freedom, right?
That freedom is priceless.
Absolutely.
Now let's get to the financial freedom, and then we'll really be talking about
Well, I definitely believe you're on the right path, because, you know, I'm new to Baltimore City. I've only been in Baltimore for about about 2.5 years. But I would say after my first month here, I heard about land of Kush.
Oh.
You know, because I came from eating a healthier lifestyle in DC, so that was one of the questions I was asking folks. And what I've learned about your business in particular is that I see a diverse group of individuals coming in, even though it's black owned, but it's not just black customer base. And that for me is one of the keys for beginning to build that financial wealth is how does your business translate or resonates with other communities. And I see how it does.
Yeah.
You know,
the goal was just to target African Americans and Latinos, and then everybody else came. So, that's a good problem.
You know, word of mouth spreads good food, right?
Right.
And the food that you all prepare is delicious. One dish in particular I want to talk with you about is carrot tuna.
Oh yeah.
Now, not to share any of your secrets for preparing, but I have a friend of mine who's a raw vegan chef, and he prepares carrot tuna. And he showed me something I didn't realize he did in his carrot tuna, so I want to ask you if you do the same. Is he puts capers and he also puts olives. I didn't realize he put those because I don't like olives personally.
Yeah. We don't put olives in it. We juice the carrot. Of course, you get carrot juice from that. We take the pulp and we make a carrot tuna with veganese and some red peppers, and we season it, and that's pretty much it. And it's something you can do at home.
What would you say is your favorite dish? If someone's new to the vegan lifestyle and they came in Land of Kush and they said, okay, what dish would you recommend that would send me over there, that would put me on the vegan path? Because I've heard a lot about vegan food. I've heard it's nasty. I don't like tofu and all those things. So what dish would you recommend that I try that would put me on that pathway to being more open-minded about vegan eating?
The dishes that put us on the map, our signature dishes, was the vegan barbecue ribs, the collard greens, yams, and the mac and cheese. Now, mac and cheese is a matter of preference. People like their mac and cheese different ways, so you either love it or you hate it. So some people love it, some people hate it. But those are the signature items, and then we got
and they're delicious too. I've had a chance to taste both of those, and they are delicious.
And then the top voted crab cakes. We won an award from PETA, and PETA is known to be that old school vegan organization. We won top 10 vegan seafood dishes in the country. So that was an honor to be on that list. One of the restaurants for our vegan crab cakes. You can't be in Baltimore and not have crab cakes. Gotta have some formation of it. So vegan crab cakes.
The fact that you all created vegan crab cake says a lot, you know, from a very unique perspective. But I also see that sitting here with you, that you also have this energy about you, this spirit about you. And so is that something that you also create within a culture of your operation?
Yeah, we try. I talk about energy all the time at work. And I think we were having a conversation earlier about when you have things going on in your life, external factors that really have nothing to do with work or could have something to do with work, but most of it is external. You got to pay bills, you know, you might have the baby mama, baby daddy drama, and you're bringing all of that to work. I explain to the staff all the time that your energy resonates in the business, so it's going to affect you personally, and it's going to affect the entire business. So I'm the type of person that when the bad energy comes, I want to cut it out. So it's either you want to be here, you want to shape up, or you need to shift out, because the energy's got to go. Because it's going to take everybody else down. So I'm a big proponent of good, vibrant energy. It's got to be positive. Not that our life is going to be positive every day, but you have to have a positive outlook on things. If it's raining, cool. We need the flowers to grow. It's going to be sunny again. It's okay. So
Absolutely.
These are the things you have to, just like the stock market. It's up and down. Know when to get in. Buy low, sell high. Absolutely. But your attitude and every energy is going to dictate how your life is going to be. Trust me, I've seen it for years.
Now, there's something else I feel that you know that you're doing that I want to definitely commend you on. Is how to be able to run a successful business and still have a successful marriage, and then be able to work together in that environment, because a lot of folks can't navigate that, right? You know, business can, you know, like to say you shouldn't do business with family.
Right.
And for you all, how long have you all been married?
We've been together since 2007, and then we've been married since 2015. So you're talking about over 10 years together, and married about 5 years, 6 years.
What advice would you say is a secret for being able to sustain a successful marriage and a successful business partnership at the same time?
You need to give your spouse or your significant other space. I don't believe this in, okay, I gotta, you can't go here, you can't be with boys, you can't be with girls. Everybody needs their space. Because without space, I know I'm gonna blow up. So, and men have a tendency to blow up quicker because it's just a lot of stuff going on. You're dealing with the men stuff that goes on. You're dealing with the wife and the kids. Everybody has to deal with what they need to deal with, on their own level. But the one thing you're gonna need is space. That's one thing. And then with me and Greg in the marriage and the business, I'm a business partner, he's a business partner. And we'll turn that marriage off in a minute and start making some business decisions, which will lead to some arguments, some disagreements, healthy dialogues. I won't say argument, healthy dialogue, disagreements, and then we can turn that business mentality off, and then we can be partners again. And then you have those issues that go on. But if you're not going to be in a relationship with a spouse where you can support them on whatever it is, because he supports me on my endeavors, then, it becomes difficult for me. I can't be in a relationship and I'm not going to support your endeavors, and then I want you to do the same thing for me. It's not going to work, because I have to be involved. It's not going to be this thing like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to just do it. That ain't going to work with me. So I have to be involved because I know I can help, and then vice versa. I'm looking for somebody to help me with my stuff, because it's a yin and yang.
Absolutely.
Yin, yang. So it's a balance. And that's how we operate.
Those are words of wisdom. as they like to say, Kim once said, wise words being spoken, right? And I would say one of my final questions is, in real estate and in business, location is the most important context. So why did you all choose the location that you chose? And kind of, was it a challenge getting that particular location?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell my story my way, because Greg has his story. The plan was always to have a business where we can live on top, because we don't know anything about the restaurant business. We are first-time restaurateurs, and I didn't want it to be this situation where we're 45 minutes away from the business, and he got to go in or come in late or whatever that setup is going to be, because I felt the energy that wasn't going to work. So we had to have a business where we can live on top. Now, Greg, you get eager. You want to open a business, right? Right. I'm ready. So he was going to choose a location on Washington Boulevard. So I went to the location with them in Pigtown. This was the first. I'm going to give you two stories. Okay. This was the first one in Pigtown. And I stood outside in front of the business, and I said, absolutely not. I didn't even have to go inside. He went inside and saw it already, and he took me. I said, I don't even need to see it, because I said no. I said, can we live upstairs? Oh, no. Then that's not the plan. You're deviating from the plan. So we're not going to do this. So I had to knock down, drag out temper tantrum before we went running, and I was doing this while we was running, so that kind of ended that deal, because the energy was that vibrant. Like, it's a no. I don't even want to know about it anymore. The second location we looked at was with his dad. It was an old sushi house in Fells Point. It was going to cost $60,000 to renovate this place, $60,000 that we did not have. So we couldn't do it. So the broker that was there was like, I got this spot on Utah Street, but you're not going to like it, And I said, let's go see it. And Greg wasn't going to see it, but I said, we're here with him. Let's go see the location. We might as well go take a look at it while we're out and about.
Right.
Do you know we came to that location and everything was in there?
Wow.
Furniture, lighting, refrigeration. I said, this is the spot. This is the spot. And it had the living quarters upstairs.
Okay.
It's a wrap. I don't even need to know anymore. You got your refrigeration. The only thing we had to put in was the stove, the oven, and the ventilation, because they didn't have that in there. We had to put the warmers. Just a couple of things. But we already had tables, lighting, chairs, equipment. You can't ask for anything more. And we can live upstairs. That was the plan. So I say stick to the plan. You can deviate a little bit, but if the plan is this, that's the plan.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I just want to conclude our show by saying the importance of, as a real estate developer, and getting businesses to see the value that one thing that attracted me to Baltimore City was that they have real estate that has living quarters above the
those
actual
are the
retail
best.
space.
I wouldn't go with anything else because it's nothing. It's okay when you need a business here. It comes with its own set of problems, but it's nothing like just being close to the business and just being there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to do what works for you, and that worked for us, and that's what the plan was. That's what we agreed upon and why we agreed upon it. So we got our wish with a couple of little bumps and bruises here and there. Not literally.
Absolutely. As you hear the listening audience, the key things is plan, communicate, and then begin to put in the hours. And final question, and we wrap up, is I like to say as entrepreneurs that I don't get days off, I get hours off.
Right.
So approximately how many hours would you say that you put in to sustain your business on a weekly basis?
Too much. Oh, wow. I would say at least, and it's a 7-day-a-week operation, I say at minimum it can be 10, and that's a conservative number, 10 hours a day.
Wow.
Because you got to think, like, I can be up in the middle of the night and see an email and I'll respond to it. So, yeah. It's like that. I'm like, well, I'm up. I might as well just send a response. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time, and I appreciate your honesty, your answers, and continue to look forward to supporting Atlanta Kush.
Oh, no problem. Thank you, Ken.